The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
All right, back on the Domino's postgame report. Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head football coach Ashley Ingram as the Eagles fall to Emory and Henry, 19-13. The Wasps protect the country's third longest active home win streak and run it to a ninth straight game. Ashley, defensively, you were there. Offensively, you moved the ball in fits and starts in places.
Yep.
When you moved it, you scored. When you didn't, you didn't. 3 scoring drives, coupled with 5 3-and-outs in a low possession game. What did you see from your team today?
Well, obviously we played a very good football team. There's a reason they have that win streak. I think they are now 14-3 in their last 17 games. So we played a very good football team, and we battled to the end, and we just didn't make enough plays on offense to win the game. And then at the end, maybe we had a chance or two to get them out off the field, and we just couldn't do it. So we got to play better. We got to coach better. We got to take this open week and kind of regroup a little bit and tip your hat to those guys.
You have been on a brutal 4-week run from Mars Hill to Lenore-Ryan to Wingate to now E&H. You come out of that 2-2. Obviously, you want to win all those games, but realistically, that is a gauntlet and a half. What did you learn about your team from this 4-game stretch?
Oh, we're tough. We're resilient. There was no question about that. Very proud of them. They fought to the very, very end, which they always do. I think we're halfway through 2 seasons here, and it's about as bad as we get been beaten. About 6 points or 13 points one time, I think. So they just battled. We got to do a better job putting them in some better plans on offense. But you got to give the Emory and Henry a lot of credit as well for that.
Kind of alluded to it. You scored on 3 straight possessions spanning the halftime break. Grabbed 13-5. Second guessed myself because of the odd score. But you grab a 13-5 lead, but your final 4 possessions are 3-and-outs. What changed offensively, or was it just you're going against a good team?
Right. Probably a combination of both. Obviously, they've got good players, and we probably didn't make some plays and probably some things we could have done better. Obviously, I'll have to watch the film and come up with a little better answer on that. But we just got to keep battling. We got a open week, had a great time here. We'll recharge, refresh, and I think the back half of the season sets up nicely for us. Obviously, we've got to get better and perform. I think we got a chance to have a great season.
E&H came into this game leading the conference in scoring at 36 points per game. You hold them to 19. What did it take to slow down your offense the way that you did?
Well, our defense, especially in the first half, man, they hung in there to only give up 5 points and be down 2 points at half. Was pretty remarkable. And then we just battled, and, they probably were on the field too much. I hadn't seen the time of possession, but we didn't do enough on offense to give them a chance.
You really did hang in there. This game could have very easily been 21-3. I think you could probably argue 21-7 too at the break if you extend the drive where you score the field goal. What was your message halftime to only be down 2 with giving up a blocked kick? The stop that you had before the second quarter ended down on the goal line when E&H went for it instead of kicking a field goal.
Well, I thought it was actually pretty remarkable that we were only down 2 points at half the way you give up a block punt, like you said, and they had a chance down here to score, and the time ran out on them. So it was good, and I just told the guys we're in a great position, and we came out and kind of played well there, and then we needed some drives, and we had nothing. So.
Charles Mutter exited this game with an injury. Cole Lambert came in, and he's the guy that led E&H on the fourth quarter drive that put him in front. You rocked him a couple times on blitzes, but he managed to find receivers as he was getting smacked by the blitz. Credit to him, credit to their receivers.
Yeah, they got a very talented team. He's a good player. He and Mutter have been splitting time a lot, so they think highly of him, and you can see why after you watch him play a little bit.
You've alluded to the open week, much needed after this 4-game stretch. How do you spend the next 14 days before you continue this road gauntlet on the road for 35 straight days with a trip to Anderson next?
That's awesome that our league would do that to us. 4 out of 5 on the road in the league. I've never heard of such, but anyway, here's what we're going to do this week: is we're going to take tomorrow off and we'll take Monday off. We're going to recharge a little bit. We'll practice next week, and I told our guys, don't hang your head. We've battled, man. We've played some really, really tough teams. Most of them have been on the road, and we're not in the worst spot you could be.
I think for the historical perspective, there have been a number of 2-loss Carson-Newman teams that have made hay come playoff time. In fact, the majority of the national title teams from the 1980s were 2-loss teams. Very much a lot to play for at this juncture in the season with the gauntlet. There's still some tough games ahead, don't get me wrong, but this was a brutal 4-game stretch.
Yeah, it was. All we can do is focus on Carson-Newman. I've got to do a better job getting our team ready. Got to have a little better plan offensively, and we can just take one at a time. That's all we can do. But the open week is coming at a great time, which was not there actually. We would have been playing Limestone next week, and we'd have had 10 straight in the league. That was another scheduling masterpiece.
Joy.
Yes.
All right, Ashley, pleasure as always. We'll talk in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we'll bounce back. We're excited. I'm proud of our guys, and we'll just keep plugging away.
It's Carson-Newman head football coach Ashley Ingram. We roll on the Domino's postgame report. Conversations with Zane Whitson and Martavis Mason ahead after this on the Eagles Sports Network.